last one.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. A few minutes ago, it sounded like the 4th of July on the National Mall as the hometown Redskins were introduced to this sold-out crowd. They are set to go as their guys will match up with Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Your only luck is probably running the ball with AP.
Oh, man, I intend to do that. Wow. Here we go.
Bet.
What's he running? Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
A first carry now for Adrian Peterson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 27, Haskins.
Oh, what?
Terry McLaurin with it. And now
what?
He's free.
Right on my head.
Washington. Terry McLaurin, 73 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It's Ryan Kerrigan getting the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Let's go. You tighten up. Mike, 50, 20. 53. Mike. Hey, watch his flat. Watch his flat. Watch his flat. 8.
Okay.
Another try after the first down sack. Newton. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Now Newton on first down. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it.
Get down, nigga! Ooh, we got it back. Let's go. Woo!
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back.
Right there.
Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
He'll get it to the 23-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 1, Newton. Trying to get it to Thomas, It's intercepted.
Whoa.
Picked up by Landon Collins. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
That's nutty.
He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas.
That's nutty.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
He's checking crack.
Check four.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. Flush to his right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Looking to throw again on second down. Haskins, and his throw is going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it there to Vernon Davis, the tight end. But now it'll be third down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. Slings this deep from McLaurin.
Bro, what?
Inside the 25. Big yardage that time for the Redskins.
Wow.
55 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
I'm sick.
From 19 yards out. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Newton. Escaping the pressure right. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
I don't care what game it is. Everyone's always looking for an early advantage, an early break, and they almost had one there. That should have been an interception. Nice catch. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds.
And offensively lucky to have that one back. To throw is Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to put their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. This is brought in at the 21. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play call, they're locked in really well.
They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 2nd down, Peterson.
Yes.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. Haskins on third down.
Oh, I'm gonna stick him.
Backfield, it's Chris Thompson.
God.
Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward. At his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Give the Redskins 13 there on a first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. On first down, it's Haskins. Completes it to Davis.
Oh, my God. Get this nigga, bro. For real.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
I'm so sick.
Give him 30 yards there. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days that they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football? Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they're a full part of the passing game, and we see a lot of big plays as we just saw there. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Dice with the carry on
He still got in the end zone. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? You ran commit and everything. He still got in the end zone.
Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. And certainly some credit there for that touchdown goes to the offensive line.
They never get the credit they deserve in the stat sheet, but they are the reason that they got the points. Excellent job up front, clearing the way for the score.
It's good. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half.
How did he fumble the ball? Oh, my God.
This return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward.
For real, I should have been gone.
I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Well, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
They'll run with Peterson. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction. That leads to second down. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
Wrong play. Wrong play.
Second down, Haskins.
I picked the wrong play.
Open man is Quinn. He completes it. Well, the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll come out in the pistol.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long
They'll try and run it into Burton. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. He lost 2, and it brings up 4.
Oh, you might as well.
Hopkins' kick is good. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again. Newton. That's caught. It's Jarius Wright. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 23. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield.
Touchdown. Let's go.
For a Panthers touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point try good by Gano, and that'll make it 24-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
That's cool. Game could change quick.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando.
Blow it up. Oh, what? Oh, my God.
Near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Good sack.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaq Thompson making his presence felt on the sack. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Got to.
Shotgun handoff to Thompson.
Yes, sir.
He's able to get 4 back on the run, but now they'll have to find something here on 3rd and about 14.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Set up. Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Go. Go.
What's this one called? Debbie.
On third down, it's Thompson. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on fourth down. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So on fourth down, the Redskins will call on Tress Way to punt it away.
We're going to see.
And he gets this away. Look at this. This is a good one.
He runs this one back, too.
Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again.
We tried it. We tried it.
That backs him up 1 yard and brings
it was a good punt. It was a good punt.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. All right, Coach, thank you. And we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. Able to slither by. And some space here.
Let's go. Come on. Don't you dare trail him. Don't you dare try to come down. Yes, sir. Come on.
Score. Touchdown.
Let's go. That's what we talking about.
That'll go down as a 99-yard kick return. And the Panthers are able to come into this lead.
Come on.
Gano the extra point, and the lead down to 10, 24-14. So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you can tend to play the field position game.
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They run again with Peterson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you. Watch the safety creep.
They run the counter now. It's Peterson. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I didn't run commit. I just kind of went the wrong direction.
Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
I got it.
Now they'll look to Haskins to throw it. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 44-yard line.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, Burko?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield, then he curls back
Pop it.
inside.
Oh, you should have sent him to the
On the scramble there gets him
Dang,
6.
you got to send him to the hospital.
On second down, it's Thompson. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the game, and that way you're off in control again.
And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Dang it!
That's complete to his tight end.
Dang, if I was out there, I was stuck on my D-line.
15, shy of 10. 17 yards that time and a Washington first.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins.
Thank you.
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. We're holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half. Those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
When you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. The 2 Fs for a rookie quarterback.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Redskins' 49-yard line.
Check. 53 smart. Check. 58. 8. All day. 20.
From just shy of midfield, Newton rolling to his left. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 35. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Let's go, D. Gun.
No, that's not what I'm going to do.
On 2nd and a couple, Newton, he'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Newton. And he will find his man. That's Hogan, complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Get off me, touchdown. Yes, sir.
And for a Panther score. A 6-yard touchdown run.
Let's go.
They're just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point try good by Gano. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21.
Let's go. Come on.
Following the touchdown here to kick it away.
No. Let my watch.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Not my watch.
Let's go.
Hey, do it again.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, That does him no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
I'm trying to think of what you about to do.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. A 10th carry now for Peterson.
What in the world?
Adrian Peterson off to the races.
They just swerved around my whole defense.
Adrian Peterson, 70 yards. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further.
Were you holding turbo that whole time?
Hopkins with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown,
like it,
Dustin Hopkins
will
kick it away.
Real. Nigga turned to Sonic for a second.
Get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix
I couldn't afford that.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
What?
Coverage, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46.
What
and they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Yeah, should have waited a little longer for him to get behind you. I didn't have no time like that.
First down, here's a run with Peterson.
Gotta get a stop here.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Where my pressure at?
Wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And it's picked up by
good stuff, D. Come on.
And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
Good D. Let us see it.
That one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. Fancy footwork at the 45. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Newton now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Newton.
Can't get rid of the ball.
He's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Montez Sweat. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long.
20.
Newton now to throw. Flushed out right.
Let's catch it. Let's catch it.
Completes it to Samuel. And he'll go out of
Yes,
bounds
sir.
inside the 15-yard line. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
Needed that.
From from the red zone now. Newton.
Oh, my God.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
Now it's Newton. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Montez Sweat able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
So good. I trust my deep. Trust my deep.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost.
I trust
and
my
the drive will wind up yielding 3.
Here.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
And
there's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
We need to stop you right here.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal? End the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Now Haskins to throw it.
Yes, sir.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They can't stop Bruce Irvin there as he slips in for the sack.
Stop here, y'all.
Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Uncorks one for
fucking
Davis.
whole ass shit. That's my blow too. That's the most frustrating part about it. Oh, I thought you fumbled out.
He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You can see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And boy, it was pretty.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead now up to 14. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it.
We sort of still in this game.
Much harder, puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
How?
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Monte Nicholson picks it, and they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Now they're going to get about 3 here on this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. It was Eric Reed in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Again, Peterson. At And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Okay, well, I'll give up what? Hilarious.
Check. Watch the twist.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4.
No in between, huh?
Third down, it's Adrian Peterson. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he gets this one away, and it's got some hang time to it. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive?
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. What in the world? I can't even get the ball out. I'm standing tall in the pocket and everything. That's irritating.
Demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
He's got a man on the crossing route. That's more. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points,
it mad as hell,
even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Redskins as we say so long from FedEx.
Really? God damn. Hate to see it. Alright, I'm gonna use this time. So I'm gonna use a good team. With a good offensive line. I'm not fucking around. Use the Ravens again. See all the niggas in smoke. Hey, let's get it poppin'. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, cool.
I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Have so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the night time.
The Ravens?
So long getting back to my right mind.
Hey, do what you do.
Straight, no rest, oh well. Don't need no scale. I've been on my, I don't need no help. Always getting money, rains, no sleep. Keep it on me cause my name ring bells. People see me and can't help themselves. See me and themselves. I wouldn't wanna be anybody else. I never used to think I'd be
All
a
black.
magazine cover. They keep on trying to find a ways to push my buttons. I came out of the jungle where it rained and it thunder, but I bring the heat like the summer. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder
I'm sorry, I didn't hear any of that. I'm kind of drunk.
The NFL on EA Sports has come to the Twin Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago. This crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Gotcha. Good thing you chose the Vikings.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 at a Baltimore first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
From the 38, Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Jackson throwing here complete to Boyle. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks. On 2nd and 7, Jackson. He's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Harrison Smith on the safety blitz, able to get the sack.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And the pressure gets to him again. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool the defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Cousins. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. From the gun, here's Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. A Vikings first down. Diggs able to find his way free and get the catch from Cousins.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
First down. Here's Cousins. And this is Cook with a grab. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make this a second down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Throwing again on second down. Cousins. It got his man complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs, 69 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Give the tackle there to Daniil Hunter. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Get in the white room. Get in the white room. Check three.
From the gun, Jackson. Forced out to his left. He'll try and run it. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3. But now it's 3rd down. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
Yeah!
And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Jalen Ferguson, he's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
3rd and goal for Cousins.
Thank you.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
What? Oh my gosh, I'm max protect.
Into the end zone,
I'm max protect.
Up a safety. So troubles here offensively. I tell you, the noise in this dome, that has got to make it harder for these guys to hear.
Sometimes I find myself shouting up here. But you're right. If you can't communicate well or get off the snap count properly, it can cause big problems. And this qualifies as a big problem.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. And he's going to keep it here. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
They go play action. Cousins, flush to his right. Going deep for Diggs. And the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And they got the extra point, and that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down a couple of scores, 16-0, as they start things out with a 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Jackson. Buying time to his left. Now he'll throw deep left. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback, and he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. A first run for the backup, Abdullah, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
They go play action here on 1st down. And that's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Draw play. Cousins to Cook. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get him into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And this is going to be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will stretch the lead to 3 scores now at 19-0. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yards. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Here's Jackson to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Being chased out left. Snead's got it. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Last play went for over 30 yards. This one not quite as big, but still over 20. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. From the 29, Jackson. It's complete to Snead. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That's good for a Raven 1st down, 15 yards there. From the red zone there, here's Jackson on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Linval Joseph in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action.
Why did I throw it away?
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete.
That was unnecessary.
Let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. Now Jackson, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Everson Griffin on the sack, taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. That's on target, but it's no good.
Man, what?
But it came up just shy of the crossbar, and this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Cousins on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop.
Oh, my God. You can make the play.
13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. Off the play fake, Cousins. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. 7 yards pick up on the pitch and catch. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
To throw again on 2nd down. Cousins.
Sack. Oh, my God.
Flushed
Sack
out right. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a 1st down. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
The hunt! 180! 36! I don't think you got it, sir! Lucky 48!
From the red zone now, Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On 2nd down now. It's Cook. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
The tackle made at the 6-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. Bailey's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half.
Yeah, perfect
nice
play
first
call.
half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Domata Peko, the one to get him down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And Rudolph has got it. The big tight end for a Viking touchdown. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
So the fact
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
Screaming at me.
And he's taken down. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Second out here, and I'll be able to
try again after the sack. Jackson eluding the pressure right. He'll run it. They give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson, flush to his right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. And this is incomplete. A gutsy decision there at this stage in the second half in their own territory, and a decision that they might regret.
Can't wait for the post-mortem. You know, this post-game press conference, because the questions are going to come fast and furious about this decision, no matter how the game turns out, right? What were you thinking there? Why? Did you have a certain play call? Were you confident in your defense? Oh, yeah. Why? It's going to keep coming up.
Yeah, no matter the scoreboard, just tough to justify. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. A first down throw for Cousins.
Bro.
And he
Oh, my God.
Get there. Tackled down at the
So
1. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Bailey got the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Okay, that makes me feel better. I feel so much better. Thank you. I hope you can tell I'm being sarcastic.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points.
Give it
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Throwing is Jackson. He's going to find his tight end Boyle. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
Too little, too late.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Now before the 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Jackson from the shotgun.
I had a second. I see them open too.
Down he goes again.
I had 1 second.
Everson Griffin able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. To throw is Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Dancing to his left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this belongs to the Vikings.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Patrick Onwuasor up to make the tackle.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
No, I'm hurt.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Again, it's Cook. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Give him 8 yards. There's still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down at about the length of the football.
It's okay, bro.
On play action, Cousins.
Oh my God.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Like 7
it's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Cousins. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop, but when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end, and he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. That'll bring up second down. They're still throwing the football here. Obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on third? And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. That is inches from the upright. It's no good. Wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being
fucking Hunter.
Here as he's taken down. Daniil Hunter able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now it's Jackson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Daniil Hunter, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. There's Jackson on 3rd and long. Flushed out right. 19 yards is the pickup there, but even with that, they're well short. It's 4th down.
Any other quarterback.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson eluding the and a big loss here as he's taken down. Eric Kendricks. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. On 1st down, Cook.
I like
into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
I think it's when I'm like
Dalvin Cook,
kind of distracted.
his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Yeah.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down. It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Oh, my God. How did he get off the line so quickly?
Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Daniil Hunter, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance. He finds Roberts complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he? And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off. Jackson's throw on target to Willie Snead. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Play action. It's Jackson. Steps away to his left. And he's got Snead. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me. Not very nice, is it? No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time. And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out. It doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down. Throwing here, Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense. They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them. And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work. That's called being in the zone.
All right, bro. Good game.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Vikings as we say so long from Minneapolis.